Greetings ladies and gentlemen, I'm GC Smith and welcome to a World of Warcraft video. It has been a very long time since I've done one of these videos, and today's video is for all you hunters out there that has wanted your very own Direhorn pet. And what are Direhorns? Well, they're these things ahead of me, the Triceratops looking dinosaurs. And let me just tell you, there is no way to tame them without the methods I'm going to be showing you today. You cannot tame them just by being a Beastmaster, so I wouldn't advise even trying it. So the first thing you're going to want to do if you want to train your own Direhorn pet is come north to the Isle of Giants, north of Kunlai Summit. For many people that means going to Zochin Village as nearest flight point and flying north. You will hit an area of fatigue water, but ignore it, and then you will also hit a region that dismounts you from the flying mount because the entire island is a non-fly zone. Now once you get here, the first thing you want to do is when you wash up on this southern beach is get your own flight point to the island, making it far easier to come to and from your capital whenever you want to either come back to the island to farm different things or maybe continue farming for the item we're going to be needing today. The Horde flight point here is here on the east side of the beach, and the Alliance flight point is on the west side here where you can see that griffin. So we're going to mount up and go to where we want to go. So what we're looking for today is a drop from some of the mobs of the island called the Ancient Tome of Dinomancy, and it drops from Zandalari Dinomancers. Mobs you might have seen before, really souped up versions within Throne of Thunder raid, if you've ever done that, even on Looking for Raid. So what you want to do is come here to the east side of the island and you will find whole villages and encampments of Zandalari Dinomancers here. They're not too difficult to solo. I'm a terrible hunter and even I'm able to do it. So what you're going to want to do is probably just freeze and trap one of these guys and then pull the other and then kill it. One thing I do need to make you aware of though is they start off as these Zandalari obviously people, but they will very quickly into the fight try and Dino Mend, which heals a very large proportion of their health. However, once you've countered that and stopped it going through, you're going to be pretty fine to just nuke them to 50%, at which point, as you see, they turn into a Triceratops themselves, and from that point on, they do a bit of increased damage to your pet, hopefully, but you should be able to kill them just fine. And I'm having a bit of lag here. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire fight between these. They drop some various items, a lot of cooking items, and giant dinosaur bones. They also have a chance of dropping an item called... they have a chance of dropping mini pets, sorry. Little dinosaur mini pets, which are obviously really cool because you can sell them. I think you can sell them. Yeah, oh no, they're soulbound, sorry, yeah, you can't sell them. But they're very cool pets to farm, they're very cool. As you can see, actually, in this case, he very quickly, because he healed at the very start of the fight because he was frozen. He was capable of being nuked 50% without him healing again, so you don't need to worry. Also, remember, they transform at 50%, so they get their spellcasting countered when they transform. So if you're, say, 51%, just push them, and they'll transform encountering their own abilities. So now I've shown you what you need to do and kill them. I'm going to farm them for a bit and come back when I've got, or killed enough to get my Ancient Tome, and kind of record how many I've killed to kind of give you a rough idea on how much it can take. I mean, it's going to be RNG. It could take you 1 kill, it could take you 100 kills, but I'll just tell you how many I've killed and come back to you there, and I'll also show you what other things I've had, like drops, while killing them. So, yeah, we have completed the item. We have now got it dropped. So let's just loot this and I can show you what's dropped. So I have killed in my farming for this item a total of 48 Dinomancers represented by the 48 dinosaur bones. I have my Ancient Tome of Dinomancy, it's just dropped. I have 2 of the raptor mini pets. There are 3 available, so there's 1 that hasn't dropped for me yet. And in fact, if I was to continue farming, it's possible I'd get multiples of these before I ever got the 3rd one. I have had copious amounts of cooking ingredients, quite a lot, and a couple of trash items, but not much beyond that, and a bit of cloth. Now, I've actually gone and sold like cloth after a few of the kills earlier, because, well, I say earlier, kills the other day I was doing before filming today, so I was just, learning the area. So, before I learn this item and go and tame a Direhorn, which I'll also show you the best place to tame it, there are a few other tips I wanted to share with you. So, as like I said, they do heal themselves a bit into the fight, and this is entirely timer-based, not at all health percentage-based. So, you're probably going to be... They'll probably be healing themselves about 10 to 15 seconds in the fight, so be ready around 10 seconds. And if you do miss it, and the cooldown is about 20 seconds, so... yeah, you might just end up being chain healed, which will be annoying. So in other words, let them heal once if you miss the first one, once more, so you can interrupt it from that point and continue there from then. When they're in their normal troll form, the only cast they do is the heal, and they hit you for like virtually nothing. If you're Beastmaster, your Spirit Bond, or is it Talent? Yeah, if you've talented Spirit Bond, sorry, you'll probably be fine. And... but then they do hit rock hard when they're as a dinosaur, which shouldn't be too bad, because your pet should tank it, and they like drop enough cooking ingredients so you can just feed your pet endlessly and heal them after each fight, so that's perfectly fine. Another tip I want to give you is to watch out for all the dinosaurs around the areas you fight. They can sneak up on you quite silently if you're trying to kite mobs away from the Zandalari spawn areas. So please be careful about that. You don't want to end up just wiping or dying because of that. Though I guess you have got feigned death, so it's not going to be that big a problem. But, it could end up taking away a kill. So just watch out for that. Just be careful. And if you're on your own, all the Zandalari trolls should respawn from either this area and the area down the boats down there. So you shouldn't need to keep going back and, by going back and forth and killing, trolls there. The next set of trolls should respawn before you're finished even killing the second set. But if they don't respawn quick enough because you're really epically geared, you have the legendary cloak, there's a few more up here, and then by the time you've killed them, the ones down at the bottom should have started spawning again. So, now that we're done here, what we're going to actually do is learn this tome, which will be good. And now you can tame a Direhorn. Now, as I showed you earlier, there are Direhorns on here. But these Direhorns are pretty beefy and hit for a metric ton. So the probably best place for you to go if you want to tame a Direhorn is the Isle of Thunder. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump ahead to the Isle of Thunder, and I'll see you in a second. Hey, so here I am on the Isle of Thunder. Pretty easy to get to, as most of you will know. Once you get here, you're going to want to come to the place called the Beast Pens. You go from wherever you land at the Isle of Thunder, you're on base, and come up to the big central gate and take the first left once you're through it. There are mobs on the island called Direhorn, like just regular Direhorns, a non-elite mob to tame, but I couldn't find any of them. Luckily, the adolescent Direhorns are pretty easy to tame anyway. So what you want to do is just go up to them, click Tame Beast. Unfortunately, apparently I already have an active summon. Let's just summon it and... oh, it's dead. Okay, let's revive the pet I had previous a second ago. I just tamed it to test what it was like. Dismiss it. Then tame myself a giant blue Direhorn. So I just click Tame Beast. And hopefully, we should just tame it rather easily. They do a reasonable amount of damage, but nothing you need to really worry about. As you can see, yeah, he barely hit me. He does a triple punch, I think. Increases the damage you take from each successive one by 10%, but you'll probably only get one cast off. Yeah, that's it. Once you've done all these steps, you'll have your very own Direhorn. I'm just going to rename this. Spikey. YouTube Spike. So, yeah, hopefully this video was very helpful to all of you out there who want to get your own Direhorn pet. It is a simple